GMB Pros, welcome everyone. Thanks everyone that's on the live. Richard, Carlos, I appreciate everyone that's on here for your support. Those are catching the replay. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. My friend, our family member, every other week, our coach, our advisor. I'm not sure what I know he doesn't like to be called guru, but in the trenches with us, right? Uh Ted, I think now cloned them as a tester. So I think that's a cool one, definitely testing. Um, but remember mine and Williams, and I think even Chris Palmer can attest to this. Our ultimate goal for GMB Pros is twofold. One, to help you as an agency grow, or two, get better results for your customers, right? And especially Chris, we'd like to do this by giving you over-the-shoulder examples. And today it's all about GMB website, ranking, Google, shaking. Guys, if you haven't followed Chris, follow him on YouTube, show him some love on there. I know Carlos has a question on Chris Palmer dot what is it?
.org. Yeah.
Org, yeah.
.com. They're not coming off that.
What happened to Chris Palmer SEO.com?
I have all those domains. Chris
Okay.
Palmer Marketing, Chris Palmer SEO.
Right.
I wanted my name. As marketers and as unsane marketers, we get little, seasons is what I call it.
Yeah.
So like the newest season is as I was transferring over all the equity that I had passed on Chris Palmer.marketing, it's been 3 months now. It all hit. I want to win my name. So my next order of business is my name.
Let me ask you this, Chris. So if like you've had different websites,
Yep.
like if a business, a spa, let's say, they want to do better, but somebody else built their website, they're having trouble, so they need to rebuild their website. How does that work? Like if you take the content, rebuild it, clone it, what happens to the SEO? What happens to, obviously the rankings are going to get affected, especially if it's a different URL, the whole,
Yep.
URL.
Can change. Yes.
Yeah. But let's say the content overall is the same. If you do some redirects, I'm not a big web guy, but I don't think that I've ever till recently had dealt with this as much as now for some reason. Can you talk about how that affects it?
So, well, back to the original question here. Let's go to this. What I always notice too with business owners, is that especially local business, which is where I focus my attention, primarily at the end of the day, they might be getting some BS traffic from a blog page that they just got lucky on. But 99.9% of the time, it's their homepage and one other page.
Okay, right.
So it doesn't hurt them to actually set them straight moving forward, right?
Okay.
What I mean by set them straight is, hey, let's get the structure right. I'm not going to keep something if it's not performing. If there's no traffic and no links, why? Why would I keep a messed up structure, bad internal linking, a bad actual directory structure? I wouldn't, unless they're getting traffic or they have links. Then we'll work it into the plan. But with that being said, are they going to drop rankings? Definitely.
Yes.
How do you handle it, actually? The first order of business is, if the page still exists, as per Google's guidelines, they want you to list it as no follow, no index. Take it out of their index. If it's not gone within 30 days, they want you to remove it using their removal tool, right? But they took away the functionality to do bulk, which is a problem. So what I found is if you delete it and block it in robots, it happens a little faster. But the rankings, yeah, usually dip, but usually it's not really that big of a problem, right? I mean,
I like the way your thought process is. At the end of the day, which in my case, it really hasn't been where they're ranking anyways.
Exactly. I want to set them up for success. That's the pitch. Yeah. You want to win. You're winning for the history of Florida, whatever, right? But we're looking for high commercial intent keywords. And it's going to take time. Like, how long did it take you to get your homepage ranking and win your brand? Well, that's how long it's going to take here.
I've
But the
even
goal is
seen
the future.
I've even seen where they're not even ranking for their brand.
Wow. So that's where you and I,
Different.
like,
Yeah,
we
I
want to
know.
help, right?
Yeah.
But that's where I sometimes it hurts me. It's like my brother and I, because we're in business together, like we argue about this. I'll take guys because I want to help. But really, like, if you don't have your name
Yeah.
and you just started 4 months ago,
Yeah.
I want to pour gas. Go
So
ahead, I'm sorry.
you're the Shark Tank, right? The Shark Tank doesn't take a beginner too early. They want to take something and pour gas to it
All day.
and then elevate it.
Because the client isn't buying a service. They're buying the result. We've talked about this.
Yes.
So like when you start hitting them, whether it's $500 or $1,000, $750, I have some clients when they lay that $750, they're looking for a return.
Mm-hmm.
When you get 90 days in and they're getting small wins, we can see that the impression share is going up and we can see their clicks are going up, but their phone isn't ringing off the hook and they had just paid for 60 days worth of service. Like, they're in a G and they're thinking, oh, my G, like,
Yes.
But really,
yeah.
we know it's time.
Yeah,
I also
100%.
love those clients. They worked with other people. They're 3 deep, but now they're at that 8-month mark. It's like, all right, come on over here. And then you just fix the structure, tune the page, add a few high DR links, and whoop, now I'm the king.
So I'm overthinking it as far as cloning
it,
rebuilding it. What are they really ranking? What are they really losing overall? Yeah, 100%.
If you have something that's not ranking at all, like in that particular instance, what you're speaking on, like, I know that the book or what you'll hear online or you'll see, or even your own knowledge, like, you generally don't want to change the structure. But if there's no equity, then let's start fresh, right? Because you're not losing anything anyway. We're not going to change the homepage. That's going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's probably what I would do. Really, I think the order of business would be no follow, no index. If you have the ability to get cPanel access, 410 those pages.
Now, what is your thought? Is it the same thing? I'm almost thinking it is, to hey, let's scratch this and just rebuild it, even if it's the same URL.
As far as cosmetic design,
design
and the
feel,
structure, 1,000%. 1,000%. But then you're always fighting that battle, that upfront talk that you're having with the client.
Yes.
Like, if they're at that point, there's time before we get, it doesn't matter who you talk, like whoever the best is, like, there's time no matter what. Page age matters,
Yeah, I do believe it is a ranking factor, but the best practices, even with age, if you get that down, then I think you can speed up the process, because there's that opportunity. Even whoever's number one, it's like Lee taught me this. It's like everybody looks at the top 10, right? Everybody, but what if the top 10 are doing bad SEO? Are we just going to follow bad SEO?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a valid point. I mean, especially on, his teaching directly goes with Quora, where we're getting a sample of 50 or 100 sites. So that would make sense. But for the average bear, we need to take averages from what Google is showing us, unless you're using Quora, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I remember having a position or talking to certain clients, like, they can't come off that 250 every month. Not clients, but guys getting their first clients. It's a struggle just to pay for SEMrush. Honestly. What I'm saying?
That 100%. And that's the battle, right? You're just starting off. Where are you at? You need to pay the bills.
Getting those first.
And
then you start taking all bets, which are the worst clients. I know, man. I know all about it.
So we talked a little bit about customer side of things, right? Like rebuilding, cloning. We're going to talk a little bit more about this on Friday with Jeremy, our web guy, because we're going through this as we speak. So let's switch gears a little bit. ChrisPalmer.org. So Carlos because we're all about supporting each other and our friends. He had a
For sure.
question about backlinks and how he couldn't understand. So shoot, Carlos, you know, if you want to bring it up and show Chris, and
Is
because
there a
this will help him.
question?
Yeah, no, he's gonna bring it up.
Oh, cool.
Hey,
Okay.
Good.
hey, Chris.
Hello.
But you want me to share? I mean, well,
If you're okay
I
with
am.
that, if
No,
you
no. I'm on your website, seo.chrispalmer.org
Oh,
portal.
so you're in the store, my man. Thank you.
Exactly. And I've been there for chingos of time already because I've been waiting for your reply. You did reply at one point.
Somebody
And-
replied.
Oh, somebody replied. Okay. And the first message I said, hello, anyone out there, over. And then the Team Palmer, over and out. Hi, Carlos. And then I replied, I was wondering about the guest posts and what they mean. You have
Mhm.
white label guest post backlinks to DR30, and going down the list, you have grades B and C. What does that mean?
Ah,
You
Yeah,
you have
I wanna get rid of the-
outlet links. Did you have sites with organic links? And then hey Chris, can you reply to my question? And that's been like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
yeah. I appreciate you, and good thing we have this friendship, right? I get to see you.
Right.
We get a lot of those. Hey, what about this? Dozens, right? So I'm sure a few can slip through. With that being addressed, as far as the grading system is concerned, I think that should be removed because it's piqued a lot of curiosity. I would leave that to the side because that's my own understanding of what the links are. As far as what a guest post is, though, any site that's willing to put your link on their website, that's a guest post.
Right. But
That's
you know, when I clicked on the guest posts, it gives me those options, and I don't know what those options are.
When you click
So
on it, guest
let me
oh, you have it.
let me click. It says pick guest post by DR,
That's right.
and then it gives me all these lists.
That's it. DR. See the DR qualities there? We're selling links based on DR score. Really, because the barometer that's trusted within almost everybody that everyone can agree on is DR.
Right, right.
So we sell
But
based
see,
on DR.
yeah, that's what I was wondering. What does all that means? Grade B, grade A to C.
these
So-
bottom ones, Chris.
What you pick your post. DR 50s to DR 59. You get to pick it. So if you were to click on one of those, yep. When you go into process the order, you're going to see once you pay, you'll have the ability to pick a site that you can post your own content on. Pick your own. You get to pick the site based on category, site traffic, whatever is more important to you. And then you get to give us content. That's pick your own. The other guest posts that are lower cost, we just post the content for you and everything's based on DR.
Okay.
How could that be more clear, Carlos?
Well, I was wondering what they all meant. That's now that you explained. That's why I asked.
So inside of there, pick your own site.
I see. I think we're
Site.
missing this part. You pick the guest post, and then
No, I saw
guest
those.
posted.
I saw those. I was just wondering, grade B, grade A to C, grade.
Yeah, the grades, I want to ditch that. I agree. That's caused a lot of confusion among some people. That was my own doing. I thought it would be helpful for people. You're not the first person to mention that. It just causes confusion. Like, that's my opinion. Like, there's a grade A to C. These are top shelf to grade C. You know, like who else would know that except for me because I wrote it. You know?
Yeah, that's your thing. I know that's your thing, and that's what I asked Alfredo earlier. Like, I know he has his own thing, but I don't understand his thing.
But take a look at that though. DR 60s to 90s for 50 a pop. And some of the sites have 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. Like anybody that knows what they're looking at here, I'm going to allow you to post your own content. And I'm giving up starting at DR 60 at a $50 bill. It's unheard of. Like,
Now,
that's
is
rocking the
that-
boat in the
This is
industry.
real traffic to Chris?
Yeah,
You're-
these sites for pick your own post, it's authentic. Yeah, I don't do none of the like spoof the site with the 1,000 and jack the price. I don't do that.
Okay.
Not even like if you go to white label or just guest post DR 5 packs,
Mm-hmm.
it's I'm selling off of equity. And then we're not going to oversell from the amount of referring domains. If a website that we buy to set up to extract referring domain or link juice out of has 100 referring domains pointing to it, we sell 100 links off that site. So we're doing 1-to-1 on the links. Again, that's
Okay.
another, these guys, like if you were to go out into the open marketplace, like they have pages and dates, like they'll sell as many as they could sell. We're selling up to, it's a 1-for-1. I don't know. I hope you understand the
No,
value to cost ratio.
I do understand. I do. It was just that explanation that I wanted.
Awesome.
It's been like for a few weeks now that I posted that question, but
So guys,
I get so many.
those that are watching the replay and those that are here live, like Carlos, if that comes up again, just hit me up and I'll get a hold of the team over at Chris, like his brother or the project manager, just so they can peek in there, because this does get a little bit overwhelming if there's not like somebody going back and forth. So just hit me up, especially those that are GMB Pro members. And let me stop sharing. Those that are GMB Pro, hit me up and I'll take it upon myself to hit up Chris's brother, or I forget her name, the project manager,
And
just to
Andrea.
like get, hey, Carlos, and then they'll jump on it. Yeah, that's it.
But
So-
I want to address this though, Carlos. Did you create a ticket, my brother, or did you click on the blue box down in the bottom?
I just clicked on the blue box for chat.
11 to 3, Monday through Friday. Was it during that time frame? I'm just curious. I just want to make sure because I pay somebody specifically.
Yeah,
Monday through Friday,
yes,
11
it does say that, and I looked at it. Okay, it says that.
Perfect
so that's
time?
when I went in there.
Yeah, see, that's a problem. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Thank you, Carlos, and I apologize.
The SmackDown's coming.
Not a problem, not a problem.
No, I hired somebody. That blue bubble was a job, like just for her to just do that. Because I wanted to, hey, if there's somebody that's coming that wants help and they're about to buy, they just need a question answered. I call it a touch, right? They just need a touch, one touch, boop, like that. Like if you would have had your answer, you may have wanted to work with us.
Yeah, exactly. I would have bought
know.
at that time. Yeah, but now that you explained it, now I'll go back in there and
Well, and
Get
since we're in
some stuff.
GMB Pros and, and I've explained it, I would hope that you would go to the white label DR30s.
white label DR30s.
Because
think those-
PageRank has nothing to do with traffic,
Okay.
right? So yeah, there might be organic traffic, but it's a guest post. That means fresh page. That's an old trick. Like that's what everybody sells off of traffic, but traffic has nothing to do with PageRank. So are we looking for equity? Because like, let's say you were to go out and buy the best press release in the world. You pay the $1,200 and get the best on the best sites, right? How much traffic actually goes from those over?
No.
None, right? So not only will we not get a click through, but we're paying for something that really all we want is the link juice.
Correct.
That's all you get, really, in reality,
Yeah,
right?
but there are a lot of clients that think or feel that there is value there. But since we're in this group and it's a private group and we're friends, in my opinion, if you trust me, I hope you do, PageRank has nothing to do with traffic.
Okay. Yeah, I trust you. I trust you. That's why I came over here the last time we were in the webinar, and then you kind of skipped 12 of them a couple of weeks for.
Oh,
Few
dude, man,
weeks.
my home life is horrendous right now, so I apologize. Business is
That's
awesome.
fine. That's fine. That's
Home
fine.
is tough, to be honest.
Cool. So I'm glad we got that answer. So we got the customer side, we got the fulfillment side, where to order. If you guys saw, I was on Chris's site, all the different services, backlinks, proxies, CTR, press releases on there. And Chris has developed, just like William, same thing. We have a support team. It's night and day, guys, night and day, even for Chris, right? like he said, there's somebody in there.
11 to 3. They're supposed to, she's gonna, yeah.
Yeah, now 11 to
Probably start there
3,
tomorrow.
11 to 3, what time zone, Chris?
Oh, Eastern Standard Time.
So
Yeah,
Eastern, yeah.
Monday through Friday, 11 to 3. Yeah. Yep. Her name's
So
Tammy.
8 o'clock Pacific, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's perfect timing. Richard, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm staying busy. I've been working and playing. I've been playing a lot with the HTML lately, getting my pages up to speed, from the training, trying to get caught up. Got some videos in the production in the work, trying to get all that done so I can hop over to Schema. It will be my first attempt with Schema, and I'm really in a kind of eager and hurry to get over to that. But I have managed to do something to my sites. It's been this way for a while, and if you guys are okay with it, I'd like to drop it in the link and have you guys take a look at it and see if you have any suggestions or feedback. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. Yeah, or you
Alright.
can share whatever you're comfortable. You're able to share here as well.
Yeah, I'd rather kind of just
Yep, no problem.
drop it in.
Yep.
So here. All right. So I'll give you guys a second to bring that up. There's a couple of things going on.
Woo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So first is, you see that warning above, and I've poked around my computer kind of in the back end and stuff, clicking on stuff, trying to track that down, and I've been unsuccessful. And as you can see, I mean, you know, when I look at this, I think back to school where they tell you to write inside the margins, and this is definitely outside of the margins. So, and the reason is, you know, so I have been reluctant to spend any money on press releases or spend anything or go through the process of getting GMBs and stuff like that until I can kind of get this fixed. This is kind of one that I've gotten the most work in on. This is the one that I was using in the training, Alfredo. So, you know, I like to try to get it at least, you know, somewhat looking before.
Have you
Who's your hosting provider?
SiteGround.
okay?
Have you contacted them?
No, I have not.
That's where I would start.
Yeah.
And you have to start removing the plugins one by one.
Okay.
So the-
Because I kind of thought it, if I remember correctly, I thought it did that without. I know it says plugins in there, but
do you have access to the cPanel? Because it's telling you.
kind of. I mean, that's what I was saying. I went in and I poked around and all that stuff, and I looked.
All
but
it
I
says is you undefined the array on 192
Yeah.
under customer.
Yeah, and I went through the cPanel. I got in there and I kind of poked around, and I'm not all that experienced at it, but I kept looking. I couldn't find like a line 192.
Right, but you do access your WordPress cPanel, your dashboard, correct?
Correct.
I think my 2 cents, it's an Elementor Pro failure.
Well, yeah, it's an Elementor, but it's not a
Right.
pro. I mean,
Right.
I'm not,
Right,
yeah,
but-
yeah.
Who built it?
That's when you go.
What did they build it
and
on?
Start removing
It's an
the plugins.
it's Elementor, right?
It
No,
might
I-
be, it might be conflicts of plugins that you have installed. So you remove all plugins and start activating one by one and
Mhm.
see your site. But at the
Yeah.
same, I mean, because if you contact your
Host,
hosting,
yeah,
they're gonna tell you the same thing,
yeah,
but they can help you.
yeah. Okay,
This is man.
yeah.
Did
This
you do
is-
anything to the logo lately?
I haven't done anything to the logo. I tried. I on this side, I did, you know, like in the training, the early training, he talked about putting the favicon in there and stuff like that. I got it down, but again, I'm kind of like, this is all new to me. I'm not really sure wasn't really sure how to add it. So I don't believe I've done anything to the icon. I mean, these were all, I didn't build these sites. Okay. These were built for me. The logo was already, placed in. I mostly just kind of been trying to
When it was
expand on the page and been playing with the HTML, right? So
when it
What's-
was built for you, was it like this or
no, it worked.
you
I
made
mean,
modifications?
no,
You
yeah,
made
I mean,
modifications.
well, so what it was is like my phone, right? When you go into the console and you do the speed performance. Well, my phone for mobile was down at like 30. So I was watching YouTube videos and try to how to fix it to get it up to where it would load faster, because I tried loading it on my mobile and it took forever. I mean, it's my site and I was even ready to exit, And so I was watching some videos on trying to, fix that and how to get that up to speed. But I think in the process, I mean,
did
it's,
you
it's loading faster. It just looks like crap now.
I
It's-
do have another page loaded and it shows. I'm still getting the warning sign up there,
I know. And the
but I'm
thing
on a
is,
different.
the thing
Yeah.
is like, okay, so like if you're on the walkway page, like how it's all screwed up, but like on some of the other pages, it looks normal. But I have 4 sites all built in Elementor, all with that logo, all kind of, the branding, that all have that warning across them. And I'm not sure how that happened. And these are the ones that I was kind of like focusing on, working to try to get ready for, spring and summer and stuff like that, because most of them are located in,
uh,
6
Are you-
feet of snow in the wintertime. So
are you using WordPress's basic theme? Because I just looked it up and it's a very, very common issue. WordPress throws a warning, and the number one thing it says is if you're using the hello theme, it's the basic WordPress theme.
hello theme. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't,
or any basic.
yeah, I don't think it's the hello theme. I'll
Okay,
have to,
great.
I'd have to log in and check it out. Again, like I said, I did not build this, so I'd have to go in and track down what theme they used and stuff like that. So,
And then are you
but it-
using a pro widget with the unpro version?
That's what I'm thinking happens
I
somewhere.
I don't think so, because I've been pretty good about staying out of the pro section, and I'm not sure if it would allow me to use a pro widget. But I really it's just been like the HTMLs, the code thing, for the codes, and
I don't know how
and
much
like
faith you have in
image.
it, but a WordPress dev or a PHP dev that does WordPress on Fiverr for $15, I bet you they'll take care of that in 2 seconds.
Really, WordPress dev or
1000%.
PHP dev, you said?
Yeah, it's PHP. All WordPress is PHP. So you
Okay.
get somebody that knows PHP or a WordPress dev specifically, they have more than
Mhm.
one sale.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you'll
Okay.
$10
Alright.
probably done. Because
Cool.
you've probably been stressing about this for days, maybe longer.
Longer, yes, sir.
Fuck
So,
effing with it,
I
spending all your time. Just pay somebody the 10 or $15 and get it off your plate.
Oh, please, yeah. If that's all it cost me, I'd be getting off cheap. So, and happy to do so. The other question I have is, I remember before you like reorganized your sites and stuff like that, or so you used to have some training courses. You had like web 2.0s, web stack, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I went over to chrispalmer.org and was kind of looking for some. Did you get rid of your training courses? Have those been moved? What's up with that?
Wow. So that was a long time ago. I had it on the site. I purchased probably 2.5, maybe 3 years ago now, SEOmastermind.org. So
SEO
all of my
Mastermind.
training, everything is on SEO Mastermind. If you just go to Google and type SEO Mastermind, that's number one.
Okay, so SEOmastermind.org, that's where I would need to look.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I wasn't.
Everything's there.
I wasn't sure if you just took it out and moved it all over to IMG or something, or what you did. So you know.
No, I love Ted and Andy, but yeah,
Yeah.
just a couple things over there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely hit them up. I'll be working all day tomorrow, but my next day off I'll be tracking down somebody on Fiverr to get this taken care of. So
Easy. And if you don't find relief,
mhm. Is that something that you
come book a
that
time with me.
somebody in your organization could take care of?
Yeah.
I could help you guys. I could help you
Yeah?
as well.
Okay.
I have an outsourced guy as well because I don't
Well-
want to do the work. I have an outsourced guy that owes me money, so
Okay.
we'll
Well,
work
I'll keep
through
that.
it.
I'll keep that in mind. But hey, Chris, I mean, if you guys can take care of this, and you know, I mean, I instead of trusting somebody, you know.
I won't charge you.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
If you're thinking that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, cool. That'd be great, man. I'd appreciate it, you know, because I mean, I know Fiverr. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah, if you
but,
take one or two people, like I'm almost guaranteeing that it's a easy thing.
okay.
You know? Yeah.
All right. Cool.
But yeah,
Yeah,
you
just-
can contact your hosting provider, have them help you out. If they can't, like I said, contact me or Chris Palmer, whatever. I have like an outsourced guy that could do it, and he owes me money, and I'm not gonna charge you for it. I'll just charge him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you want me to drop you want to drop how would I get a hold of you, or I can give you my information in the chat or something, or
You can contact me here. This is my personal email.
There you go. Yeah, if you don't get relief though, just book.
Yeah, I don't want to put my branding out there, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my personal email.
okay.
Cool. Good,
Awesome.
man. Some cool stuff today. So
Yeah.
one of the things that Chris, what do you have? You know, one of the things that I have seen here lately, which is kind of changing. Like, what do you have going on with the YouTube mastermind? Anything you have cooking just to kind of spark the interest?
I've been just giving some free stuff away, primarily. I've been giving a lot of sessions away, complimentary. I built like a little mini team, I guess, for the emails. So we're giving the testing, free training, the best discount going for the store. I think we got 15% for those guys. So free SEO tests, free trainings, time, of course. But no, that's just, I'm giving training, courses, time, and discounts on the store stuff.
Nice. And you still what, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays?
So Wednesdays I go on with Craig Campbell
Every week?
every week. Yep, on his
Okay.
channel. He was at Brighton SEO speaking. It's a pretty big conference, so he's speaking. So he's like, nah, not this week. But as far as my mastermind, that's every Thursday. So I have my actual mastermind, the testing group at 12 noon, 12 to 2, group coaching from 2 to 4. That's group coaching. And then I go on to YouTube from 4 to 6.
Wow.
Thursday is my mastermind day. So that's just consulting and, you know, that's days set aside for that. Mondays and Tuesdays are set aside for clients. Yep. Wednesdays and Fridays are work, like stuff that I have to do.
Yeah.
Meet with my brother. Yep.
So
Saturday and Sunday nights I do work too.
this thing that you do with Chris Campbell on Wednesdays, is that like a private thing, or?
No, Craig Campbell.
I mean Craig Campbell, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all
Sorry,
Chris
Craig. Sorry, Craig.
So I go on with Craig Campbell on Wednesdays at 12 Eastern Standard Time. He does it every week. It's complimentary. That's part of his part of his gig. That's what he likes to do. He does like a session, you know, hot seat. Sometimes people bring stuff in. It's pretty good. He has a bigger following than me, you know. So it's really cool. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Now is it on YouTube or where do you?
Yeah, YouTube. I think he broadcasts on LinkedIn and everywhere, but it's YouTube. Yeah.
So if
I
you just went
remember
to
I was-
YouTube and typed in Chris Campbell or whatever, I mean Craig Campbell, there I go again, Craig Campbell,
Yep.
Wednesday, YouTube on Wednesday, and you might, okay, he's live now, and you can just tune in.
Every
Or
Wednesday at 12. Yep. You could join
Yep.
right in. That's exactly
Okay.
correct. Yep.
Okay.
And then I do mine on Thursdays on YouTube.
I remember
yeah.
I was
I-
if you want.
speaking with
It's
Alfaro, and he mentioned your name, and I was like, wow, I was just watching the Chris Palmer's videos. I was like I spent like 3 hours going through all those videos.
Thank you.
That was great stuff, Chris. That was great stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would love to hit your Thursday. Unfortunately, I'm at work from like about 10 a.m. to about anywhere from 10 to 11 at night. So it makes it a little hard
understand.
for me. It makes it a little hard for me to
Very
catch
on
that.
Thursday, but Wednesday might work for you.
Yeah. Wednesday's not quite so crazy. So yeah. Okay.
Well,
Cool.
anything else I can help
Yeah,
or anything you want me
guys.
to show, Alfredo?
No, we can make this one a short one. I know you got the little guy you got to take care of and stuff,
Well,
but
it's 9 now. I mean, we're already pot committed now, Alfredo.
no, I'm gonna, hey, Carlos, I know Carlos, Richard, I kind of, want to get, I had that question on my end. I'm really struggling right now whether I want to switch gears without bringing the whole conversation down, but it's more like business, right? It's very, very cyclical, right? We have our peaks and our high, and sometimes like our peaks and highs seems like, man, I've been here before. Or what is the lesson? Like, shit, I'm back at this lesson, so I must have not passed it before, right? And guys, I mean, I like to consider myself a man of faith and working under principles that don't change. If you do these certain principles, Goldman really teaches this. They're just, I don't care who you are, they're just principles that don't move and don't. It just, if you follow them, you know what the outcome is. Part of that is like reaping. What you sow, you shall reap, and just putting in the grind. And Hermosi teaches us like doing the stuff when nobody looks, when nobody's watching, when you don't feel like doing it, and it's all the boring stuff, right? But it's very cyclical. Can you like talk about that, Chris? Like especially back in the day, and then I think the higher you go, it just different ups and downs, right? It's different problems. It's a different problem between 10K, 20, 30, 40, 50K, even 85, 100K a month. But if you can
100K a month.
yeah, if you can, I mean, like, look at
50.
our boy that met us in Texas, right? Like the way he thinks, the way he talks, the way he carries himself.
Oh, I love that guy. Wasn't
Oh.
he? Oh, that guy was
It was like, wow.
smooth. Yeah, and you could tell, like I was feeling him out to see, but yeah, he was, yeah,
It's just a different level, right?
for sure.
So, to win and then lose it all, to win and then lose it all, you learn, you build your thick skin, but gosh, it's like, did you ever feel that way, Chris? Like, man, what is the lesson I didn't learn here? Or what's going on here? Or like that
Yeah,
up
every
and
day.
down, as you're coming up, as you're putting good stuff out there. Maybe you're not seeing returns. And I know I'm asking a lot of questions on here. I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. And I mean, we're friends, so you know a little bit about my situation.
Yep.
I want to be able to serve those that are watching the replay. And I didn't want to make this a downer, but I want to be able to serve those that are out there that might be feeling the crunch right now, right? Like Chris, he has some personal stuff. Chris knows some of my stuff, right? It just like there's life happens, right?
That's right.
And it's like, how did you push through, Chris? All the boring stuff, all the like, I got to do this and be creative and keeping your mind open.
Oh, well, that's the hard part, staying focused, right? It's the focus because all the chatter. Because I always have my eyes on the prize, my mind on the mission, right? But there's all this other noise going on, right? Yeah, and then too, like, dude, I didn't really get on. It didn't take off for me. Like, dude, like doing the ads on Facebook, doing
Yeah.
Fiverr. Like, dude, I had 3 different accounts and I showed it on some of the very earlier videos. Like I had one with 1,200 sales, 1,800 sales. One of them had 862 sales, like doing the Fiverr, selling up a blackout world. Like before I started getting real traction, dude, it was like 5 years, 4 years of just playing to an empty crowd, really, because I've learned other lessons too. Like, I don't know, getting on with other people.
Yeah. And see, like, I'm really like, I've said it to Holly,
so long.
those that have been around me, like I've been fortunate with William. Like he allows me this platform. Like I met great people like you and Holly and those people that have exposed me that kind of like push me, right? The exposure you get with being with great people, Mike Marlinos and
He's fun.
And all these like speakers that I've had that I can call friends, I can call them, ask for help, the Ians and all the Elder, the Cohens, and even like William, right? Like anytime I can call that guy, he always picks up my call. And just like, it's those lessons, it's like you said, pushing through, talking to an empty crowd, like, and then seeing that 4 years of overnight success, right?
Yeah, actually longer. Like selling everywhere, taking all bets. Well, and
Yes.
2, I think too, because I've talked to you, like you have a big goal, right? So, and then it never happens as fast as our minds go.
Yes.
So like, and then 2, like think about a real brand, not a digital brand, but how long does it take to actually establish a brand? 10 years, right?
100%, yeah.
Like it really just beginning. I didn't start hearing about Alfredo for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right. You just got in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think building that equity, not only, it doesn't have to just be on LinkedIn or YouTube or Pinterest or whatever, but just building that overall equity. Like, hey, he's reliable. Hey, like, hey, he might not answer, but if you come buy something, we deliver. Hey, you're not happy, I'll give you your guap back. Right. Just building that equity over time. And it takes forever.
Yes.
And of course you have like the devil's fighting with you. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like eating at you, like, oh man, you should give up, right? Like eating against you.
Yeah.
But really, you're just chasing for your kids. So
100%.
it's either lose focus or not. And like, hey, if you're gonna go all in. But and then too, like there's little side things come up, like you can't chase nothing. It's like, hey, I want to have an agency. I want to have a building with my guys and it, visualize it, see it. I'm walking into the building. I can see my workers. Oh, they're lined up in their desks. Like if that's the prize, then that's the prize. And then whatever we have to do to get there and however long it takes, that's what it is. So what's it take to get there? We know that we have to market every day. We know that we have to invest more. And we know we're not going to get an immediate ROI with actual ads. We know we're going to spend so much time and we're not going to get an immediate return on that. If you stay consistent with everything for the next 4 years, you'll hit. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
And no, 100%, because I feel like right now, like I'm building that momentum again, right? I just closed a sale last night. I'm building up. Okay. It's not for nothing. Like the goodwill that you put out, the free advice, your time, just it does come back to you 100% for sure.
Not fast.
And just continue operating your gift, continue operating in those principles and those pillars, right? And just continue. So yeah.
And then too, because we're walking down the line, staying on the straight line. I'm sure there's other things, like what's the main thing that drives bread for you? It could be different than for me, right? Like, hey, we flip links, right? I do well with links. I do a lot of maps. But what's your lane? And then like, I'll find myself doing other stuff, but it's like, no, let's just stay on this. So I don't know if I call it chasing, but you can think of it anyway. Taking other opportunities. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. So hopefully, those that catch the replay again, these are like, I'm being selfish a little bit and, getting my friend Chris that I'm here. I want to value his time and pick his brain as far as like, it's been 4 years of consistency. It's 4 years, 5 years, 10 years of overnight success, right? Don't stop. And yeah, definitely with William. I'm super grateful, the stuff that he's taught me, what to do, what not to do, right? Continue out there, like especially those old GMB. Like I remember the exact week, not the exact week, but I remember when it was Chris and William. Chris and William, bam, every week.
He blew fast too.
Yeah.
He came up, he went fat because he was doing some tricks. Like I did it the hard way. Like he was smarter. Like when he started coming, I reached out to him because I saw him coming. I'm like, damn, I'm seeing this dude everywhere.
Yes.
Yo, William, what's up, man? Like, let's help each other. And then he blew.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. But yeah, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I remember those
too. Like the ads, when I started doing the actual ads and realized, hey, you're not ever making an immediate ROI, it's lifetime value. And like, hey, if the average person, like, yeah, I got to spend $2 to get them in the door and they only bought a $60 press release package. Okay, but the on average lifetime value is $600. Like when that light switched for me, it just started shoveling. Like ads will change. That changed because I got on in YouTube. If I would have learned about that earlier, man, because I got on YouTube in 2016.
Oof.
And I didn't get nothing until 2018. I finally hit 200 views. No BS and just posting. I deleted a boatload of videos. It's crazy, dude. Madness.
Yeah.
I was on Blackout World all the time. Got those accounts banned. Fiverr, dude. It's crazy. Then I started figuring out, oh, hey, IG is super hot. IG, I was doing SRT files, SEO audits. I was doing like some of the backlink stuff, but I realized, hey, the Indian guys are outworking me and doing it cheaper. So I can't get in there. I have to get in on a value base. So I started doing and then I was feeding them over to my stuff. And then once I had enough revenue, I started investing more time in, all right, how do we market? But it felt like it took forever.
Yes, yeah. Because guys, when you're around like the Chris's and the Chase and the Williams and the Terrys, like you look, even the Mike, like,
but I don't get it like these guys though.
But I know you look like like I know you noticed Williams' emails, and guess whose emails it's in my inbox now. Nice, beautiful graphics. Chris. And I remember you making that comment.
Yeah, I watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and then too, but I see guys like I met up with Chase and like, yeah, yo, you did 1.8. Awesome. But like, that's a hit. But what about next year? Like, I'm looking for like, yeah, I might only do X, but I've been doing X for years.
Right. That's
and like, I don't have, I only answer to me and my wife.
Don't forget the real boss, man.
And the kids, but it's still been good. I've been able to get on my family. I got my brother on, got my cousin on, nice. People that I trust, because that, that lesson, the trust and the loyalty you can't buy.
No.
So to get on with me, it's got to be trust loyal first. Then we can worry about dough later.
100%.
Yeah. But man.
Chris, do you mind if...
Go ahead, Richard. Yeah.
I was just curious because we were just talking about themes and stuff like that. If you take on a new client and you're going to build him a website, is there any particular theme, or what are your thoughts about building like a strictly like HTML website compared to using, something else? Any thoughts or?
We'll do. See, I was steering clear from design until only recent.
Mm-hmm.
Because of time, especially with clients.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually, I know why guys charge people $2, $3, $4 grand. I doubt that they get it all the time, but there's so much time and nuance. But now, as far as if you want something, you have to use breakdance. If it's WordPress, it's got to be breakdance. It's got to be Oxygen. It's got to be Cadence, or it has to be Bricks. It has to be a theme or Live Canvas. One of those 5. Because they're fast, they're lightweight, they work great, right? And then it's a builder, it has the tools it's built in, and it works with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll do Next.js, or it could be static HTML like a cloud, CSS, and HTML. Is that what you were asking me? But the requirements are what exactly, like give us an exact template. We're not going to deviate. Like we're going to directly copy the design, the layout. And this is what it's going to look like. You have to give me the photos, or I want $4 a photo, and we'll fill it in. but they have to have an actual template, and then there's no like, oh, I want the font this big, like no. Then okay, then that's $100 an hour.
Right,
You know,
right. Okay. Yeah, I've kind of heard some other people mention oxygen, stuff like that.
not good for a beginner.
Yeah.
Richard,
Breakdance,
Breakdance.
Richard,
man. You'll love it.
Richard, I use
Yeah.
Divi. I use Divi,
So slow though.
and it's a blow, but they're working on it. But see, depending on your hosting, I mean, you get your CDN and
Starts
stuff
with
like that, and it works. And
Sucks.
not only can you create your own design, but you could copy the pages without adding another plugin to copy the pages. You could copy the, say, on your text. You go on your text and you set it for the website, for tablet view, and you change it also as well for your mobile view. And you save those settings. You could use those when you create another page. You just load up the page. I want to copy this page, and then you change it. Of course, you have to change your images. You still have to customize your images. You have to make them not large, like 3.5 meg or 5 meg images. You have to what do you call it? Optimize them.
Yeah.
You know?
But it kind of sounds like you're saying it allows you to kind of like copy, carry over the structure, and then you just go in and do some fine tuning,
The
right?
structure template.
Exactly,
That's right.
that's it.
Then we could do the math.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Alright,
Breakdance, they have gorgeous themes.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
instant nice, and it's made by the dudes at Oxygen, so it's lightning fast.
Really? And
Yeah.
so that'd be a little bit more suited for a
Beginner.
newbie beginner. Yeah.
You want the speed of, say,
Mhm.
like Oxygen or
Mhm.
Bricks,
Mhm.
but you don't want all that customization. Like you don't want to nerd out. I just want to look good and be fast. I know.
No, I don't
Breakdance.
look. I actually don't mind nerding out because I'm kind of find myself really getting into this HTML stuff, and I've got a kind of a course, if you will, on the oh my God, why am I drawing a blank? What did I
HTML.
mention? No, the
Schema?
schema. Yes, thank you, schema. So I'm kind of eager and looking forward to getting into that and playing with that.
Gemini.
JSON
best friend.
LD. Yeah, okay.
Schema is easy.
Mhm.
You figure out what types you need, and you tell Gemini to go and use it. So if you want breadcrumbs, say, hey, I want breadcrumbs. Here's the image I want you to use. Here's the pages, and it'll write you breadcrumbs. Oh, I want organizational schema. Hey, I want organizational schema. Here's the website. Here's the logo URL. It just does it all for you.
Yeah, the course I'm talking about is the one that Clint Butler has, right?
But that's
I'm just
great
kind
for
of looking.
understanding. A great guy.
Yeah. I just kind of looking forward to really kind of breaking down. I'm just playing with that and going a little bit deep. And I know schema is not the end all, but it's a nice arrow to have in your quiver. You know what I'm saying?
You can't debate that. I agree.
So yeah. So.
But yeah, here's just not a rebuttal, but when you go look at any top performing website in any niche, how much schema do they have?
I don't know. I've never really paid attention, to be honest with you. So.
It's always value to cost, and there's nothing more valuable than time. So I'm looking for what's the winner got. Okay, that's what we have.
Yeah.
But
how do you find the schema, Chris?
Yeah, if I was like Roto-Rooter, I mean, if I was plumbing, I'd go look at Roto-Rooter's
Oh yeah,
kinda, right.
They're the man.
Yeah,
or the team, I should say.
Right.
Can you see my screen?
I can.
All right. Ads, baby, ads. That's just one. Anyway, let's move in. Schema. So we're rebuilding this. I hate promoting other people, but I've been using this so long, I don't care. So here's the Chrome. We're taking this, but let's say you want to go win. Most guys are in local space. Let's say it's, I don't know. How about personal injury lawyer? I don't know. How about Wilkes-Barre? Who's number one? Daddy's number one. All right, let's go over here. You just go see the schema. All right, they got article, breadcrumb, person. And then you look for the different types. So once you figure out what assets you need, you can go right into Gemini, right? Gemini, and say, hey, like this, write me organization schema using example.com. Right? Look at this. And then like, yo, if you want to add something like, oh, hey, I was in the course and he's using some fancy stuff like HasMap or diagram, say, I want you to add diagram to the above schema, and then blah, 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 it'll spit it out. Copy paste, dude. It changed the game for me. That's why I'm happy to share it with you.
Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't know that Gemini would do that.
And it's free.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
For now. And if you don't, if
Right.
this one's making you disgusted, Chat GPT works if you like that one. Yeah. But any case, that's up to you, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, that sucks. I used to do that on my own.
Oh, handwrite it. Oh, I know. I feel you. Me too.
Well,
Until
listen, I
like-
mean, you know, after a couple of tries, I might be doing this, but I just figured, you know, it's kind of like school, you know, you got to do the hand long division before they let you have the calculator. It's kind of that thought process. Do it once or twice, and then, you know.
And you're already in schema.org, right? What's your niche? What was that niche? You're a plumber?
No, it's concrete.
What would that be? Home construction? Do you have your own? Well, all I wanted to show you, I'm sure you're going through the training.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got some videos of him teaching the schema and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
once you learn about the hierarchy, the ones that say text, now you can tell Gemini, hey, I want home and construction, and then any of them that say text, that's the ones that you want to add. And then go write it.
And then so like my understanding is in certain places in the schema you can like really kind of like keyword stuff. So then you would just tell Gemini, hey, put all these keywords in here, blah blah blah, or put all this information in
entities.
Here, right?
Yeah, stuff in the entities in there. But things change depending on the month, it feels like with Google. Like the same as used to be the spot. And then just be mindful with that. Be careful. But yes, there's definitely places you could stuff stuff.
Yeah.
But I would look to mark up the page, but it's fun to play with. I like, you know, what do they call it? Mental masturbation. I love it. You know,
Chris,
it's my entire life.
I have a question for you, Chris.
Yes.
You mentioned Gemini. Okay, fine. I've heard of it, but I never went into it. But you also used a tool that was able to identify
as a male
their schema. What was that tool?
So that's a Chrome plugin that's complimentary. It's called the SEO Pro extension. But if you already have this one's very popular, a lot of people already have this. SEO Minion does it. Another one is SEO Meta in one click. But the one that I have is this one, SEO Pro extension. And the reason why I like this is because it had the schema built in. Also, it tells you the link. So when you're doing your on page, I can count my external links, A tags. Really, it's how many optimized A tags. So it gives me those two instances. And then, of course, it's going to give me my headers. Export. Great tool. If this combined with SEO Quake, if I'm personally working on something on page, this is all I use. Just these two things. That's it. Like you can get it all done, but that's only for the better, you know, if it's a monthly client. That's fair, right?
Yep.
A lot of time. Very time.
Thanks for that.
If I'm looking to save time, it's pop.
So what do you do with the SEO Quake? I mean, I've heard of
SEO
it, but I've
Quake-
never really.
I use SEO Quake too, but I only use it with Firefox. But yeah, it gives you everything basically.
Yep. So let's just say, like this is here's a client pool repair, Miami, right? I'm just as an example here. I'll show you this. So this is my dude. So I'll give you a layout too of how we structure stuff just for future reference. But let's say I want to fight against this guy. Not a good idea, but let's say you did. Right? Let's go inside of here. But we clicked on density inside of SEO Quake, and it's going to give us some remarkable information. The primary information that we're looking at is word count and then word usage. But then what a lot of people don't count is 2-word usage, right? And 3-word usage. Because what you'll notice with winners is they're doing double variations or they're stacking entities. And we want to see how many times are they using the entity in different ways, or LSIs, co-occurring phrases, or primary terms. So it's given me 2-word. So 2-word variations, 3-word variations. You know, like they're, you know, very, very helpful, but it's for counting word count and density.
Okay.
Yep. So that's how I use it.
Okay.
And it's free too.
It's free.
So
Yeah,
is
it's
that
made
kind of
by-
like along the line? And I don't remember who I heard say it, but it was kind of like, you know, they would have a word and I don't know if they would go to like, you know, ChatGPT or some equivalent, and they go like, give me the what is it, the 1-word engram before this word and then after this word and then the 2-word engram or something. Is that similar to what SEO Quake is doing, or?
I don't believe so. I mean, this is
Okay.
just looking at word usage.
Gotcha. Okay.
And like I try to steer clear for actual content. I'm not a fan of the, you know, like copy paste content because you still have to do so much optimization. I mean,
Right.
really exactly what we're doing here with SEO Quake or counting math is really all we're doing here is you're looking at the top performers. You get the top 3. And what we're looking for is we're looking for an average word count. The next thing we're looking for is what's the average header count. The next thing we're looking at is, well, how many times did they put a keyword into a header? Okay. How many times did they use the primary term? If you just get those things right, you're ahead of 70% of people.
Right. Right.
Serious. Oh, you know, you're not
Okay.
with me. I lost you. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
He's there.
I'm here.
Fair enough.
And if you look at Chris's like YouTube videos when he's doing some audits, he's not lying. That's exactly what he uses that tool for.
Yep. I'm doing the math.
Okay.
The winners are at the top. Like that's it. Like what's the template?
Now that Alfredo brought it up, I think I remember seeing you like dropping stuff into the Excel sheet and getting the average and stuff like that, right? That's
if I want to get insane, but yes, definitely. Like to make a YouTube video for sure.
What do you mean if, right? Come on, Chris. No, I'm joking. I'm just
well,
teasing.
usually I just pull up a notepad. Just the
okay.
notepad usually, but
okay.
Yeah, I wanted to give the sheet away.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I laid it out so anybody could go and do it. I made a little sheet, but do I use the sheet? Nah. I just open up a notepad and make my marks. Okay, average. Okay, header count. That's it. You know, on a notepad.
Right.
I might even have one open. Nah, this is my tasks for today.
Okay.
So fun, man. What else can I help you guys with? Anything? Anything else, guys? Nothing?
No?
Alfredo, you need anything, man? I aim to please. Here's ZimWriter. I talked to Matt Zimmerman in Arizona. So I'm playing around with his tool to see if I like it. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, he has cool stuff.
I was messing around with mod stuff, Zista. Screwing around with that a little bit. So that was kind of fun. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
You know? Yeah, man. So anything else cooking? Anything else I could help you with?
No, if you guys don't have anything, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it. I appreciate you, Chris. You know, have nothing but love and success. And wished upon you.
Thank you.
So in a couple of weeks, we'll have Chris back, guys. I appreciate everybody on here. Tomorrow I'll be on early. I'm going to do some reviews. Got ClickX. I'm going to be doing some stuff. He's just bringing out more stuff. I want to get it over to you guys to help you with prospecting tools, different ways to look at it. So we have that going on tomorrow at 11. So look forward to that. I'm going to bring on Search Atlas as well, getting that tool to how do you, like live examples. So we'll be doing that as well. So I'm pretty excited to be doing that.
Will that be this week, Alfredo?
Yep.
Search Atlas?
No, I'm getting the accounts all set up and like getting familiar myself. So all I'm doing is taking Ahrefs. Hey, this is what I do with Ahrefs. How do you do it with Search Atlas? Hey, this is a tool, Search Atlas, because it's almost like it isn't like you think of Go High Level, right? It has a lot of tools in there that you can use, AI built on, auditors built on, automatic auditors that you have built on there. So I'm going to I'm going to be showing you guys that to how to implement it, right? Because that's the biggest thing that I hear even for myself is like how to use this tool, how to use that tool, and then like how do you use it for prospecting, right? So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll be showing you that coming.
Bro, dude, before and after on Facebook. YouTube ads. Dude.
Yeah.
I promise, man, those, especially the before and afters. Go take a look at other large SEO agencies and take a look at their ad library and look at the ads they've been running for longer than 6 months, especially the link building agencies, and go take a look at what's the copy, what's it look like? Because if they've been dropping dough for 6 months or a year, that's a winner.
Yes.
Just copy that.
Yep.
See what the formula is. Take that formula and run it. I promise you, it'll be helpful for you, man.
I appreciate you guys. Chris, with that being said, guys, on the replay, much love, much success, and I'll catch you on the next one.
See you guys. See you, Alfredo, man. Be good.